Okay, today's tutorial is going to show you how to make a photo animation from all the images from one shoot that you do. On screen right now, you're looking at a photograph by Mike Blavuck of professional skateboarder Stevie Williams. Mike shot this for DC Shoes for an ad campaign featuring Stevie Williams. Often when we see a photograph in print or in a photographer's portfolio, we see the one final image that was chosen. Perhaps we might see two, very rarely three images from the same shoot. What'll happen is if you put too many images from a single shoot in your portfolio, it looks too repetitive. And at worst, people are going to look at your portfolio and think, wow, this person really can't edit down their work. So all those other images from the shoot just end up in our archives. What I'm going to show you today allows you to use them all in a way that feels fresh. This is also going to allow you to add motion to your portfolio. And we all know in a time of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, motion is kind of king. So let's get started. We're going to be using Photoshop to do this, and it's really actually quite simple. So this is the still that they chose to print in the ad, but we're going to look at the other images from that shoot that were on a roll of film. What I'm going to do here is I am going to close this, and I'm going to go up to File, and I'm going to come down to Scripts, and I'm going to come out here to load files into Stack. What this is going to allow me to do is choose a selection of files and add them all into a single Photoshop document. Now, since I have them all in a folder, I can just navigate to the folder itself. If you had them in different places or you had other pictures in the folder you didn't want to use, you could leave this on File, browse, and just choose the ones you want. But I'm using everything I have in the folder because I already edited out a couple that looked really repetitive. So I'm going to hit Browse. Here's the folder I want. I need to step back so I can choose the folder. So I'm choosing this folder, Stevie Williams, Michael Blavuck. And I'm going to hit Open. And now I'm going to hit OK. I could attempt to automatically align the source images or create Smart Object after loading, but that wouldn't be appropriate for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And you'll see what it's going to do is it's loading all of them on their own layers in the same Photoshop document. Once you have this done, all you need to do is go up to Window and drop down to Timeline. And now we see our timeline and we see Create Frame Animation, and there's a little caret here. We're going to click on that just so you can see that you can create a frame animation or you can create a video timeline. We're going to be doing a frame animation, so I want to choose that. It puts the first image onto the timeline, but I want to put all of them onto the timeline. So I'm going to come over here and click, and I'm going to say Make Frames from Layers. And now I've got all of them. And if I hit play, you can see that they run. Now, looping is right now set to forever. You can see this is going by crazy, crazy fast. Now, that speed might be exactly what you want, but let me show you how to change speed because it's quite simple. So I'm going to choose the last image. I'm going to hold down Shift and click on my first image. Now they're all selected. With them all selected, I can come to just one and I can navigate to a delay. I'm going to choose a 1 second delay and hit play. And now you can see I get to see each individual image for a little bit longer. Let's try, I'm going to hit stop, select them all again, and I'm going to say 0.2 second delay. And now you get to see each image even a little bit longer. Now, whichever one seems to work for you. My taste, I'm going to say for this, it's skating. Skating's like, or he's a professional skating. Skating's high energy. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it at 0.1. And so now all I have to do is come up to the File menu, drop down to Export, and choose Render Video. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call this Stevie Williams. I'm saving it to my desktop just for point of demonstration. I don't need to create a new subfolder to put it in. This is going to use Adobe Media Encoder to create the document. You don't have to worry about that. But the format, H.264, plays very well with social media. So we're going to use that H.264. It's going to create an MP4 file for us. We want the high quality. Document size, these images were from a contact sheet scan, and they were 772 pixels by 772 pixels. If you were making your own, this size is fine. I would suggest, if you're making it and you're making it for Instagram, HD resolution is, or standard HD resolution is 1920 by 1080. So for Instagram, they suggest like 1050 for video for height and or width. So if it's a vertical piece, 1050 for your height. If it's a horizontal piece, 1050 for your width. If it's a square, you can just do 1050, 1050. So these are square. I'm just doing them at the size that they were scanned. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit render. So it took just a brief moment. I'm going to scoot over to my desktop here. You can see Stevie Williams MP4. The one thing you'll notice is there will be like a teeny tiny pause in this. I'm going to come up, I'm in QuickTime Player right now. I'm going to come up to View and I'm going to go to Loop. And I'm going to hit play. And you can see there's a little bit of pause on that image. And this is only 12 images. So if you had 100 images from a shoot or something, you wouldn't see it pause very often, right? It would run longer. Now, if we created this in Premiere, it's a little more to talk about, and I will make a video showing how to do that later. But for right now, in Photoshop, pretty simple. This file right here, Stevie Williams MP4, can be uploaded straight to any of your social media accounts.